What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we are going to start an adventure into the crypts of Crypt Crawler quest, guys. So, of course, this is my very own Mint 10 dungeon crawling game. I know most of you guys are very familiar with the game by now. I've got a ton of playthroughs on the channel, and we just spent a lot of time playing some Iron Helm. I had an absolute blast. Don't fret, we're definitely going to get back to some Iron Helm in the near future, and hopefully some Underquest. Man, I'm so excited for Underquest. But yeah, we're going to put Iron Helm on the back burner for a bit, and we're going to dive into Crypt Crawler. So I'm in a Crypt Crawler mood, guys. So this whole week is going to be Crypt Crawler. So if you're a fan of the game, get ready, guys. We got several videos coming for you this week into the dungeons of Crypt Crawler. So I hope you guys are excited for it and ready for these adventures. So we're going to take the tins. We're going to set those off to the side. Also, it's been so cool seeing all of you guys in the Discord, sharing your pictures of your copies of Crypt Crawler Quest and Crypt Crawler if you've just got it for the first time, and sharing your adventures and your experiences and positive feedback with the game. It's been so cool, man. It's been so cool to see, so I'm glad you guys are having fun with the game, and as the creator of the game, it's just super heartwarming, and it makes it all worth it to see that you guys are enjoying the game and having fun, and that's what it's all about. So, in today's video, we're going to play as a random race and a random class. We're going to make a completely random character, guys. So we're going to set out the cards out this way. I'm really hoping we don't get Orc, by the way, because Orc is like the strongest character in the game, and I feel like I keep getting him lately. I want a little bit more of a challenge. So we're going to go ahead and roll. Of course, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we roll a 5 or a 6, we'll just go ahead and re-roll. And we rolled a 2. Nice. Okay, so we're going to pick this card here. And of course, the cards are double-sided. I'm going to set the other guys off to the side. So if we get a 1, 2, or a 3, we're going to play as an elf. And if we get a 4, 5, or a 6, we're going to play as a reptoid. So we're going old school with an original character here, an original race. Okay, we got a 2, so we're going to play as the elf. So we're going from the easiest character, the orc, probably to the hardest, the elf. So we're going to be an elf. I got my wish. We're going to definitely have a challenge here. And then we're going to pick our random class, and we're going to do it the same way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got a 1. Okay, so we're going to pick this card over here. Dudes, we're being an old school character today. So we're going to have an OG character going into the dungeons of Crypt Crawler Quest with all the new stuff. So if we get a 1, 2, or a 3, we'll be a wizard. And if we get a 4, 5, or a 6, we'll be a warrior. And we got a 4, so we're going to be a warrior. Dude, let's go, an elf warrior? That's cool. That's cool. I like that. That's a cool combo. Okay, very, very nice. So let's go ahead and get our character set up. So we're going to start with the smoke starting equipment here. And there we go. And the smoke says that you may discard this card before modifiers are added to an enemy when a battle begins to avoid combat with an enemy. So we got our little smoke bomb here. And we also start with the dull blade and the gambeson as the warrior. So we've got our dull blade weapon right here. It does 1, 2, or 3 damage depending on what we roll. And then we've got the gambeson, and that is going to have 2 toughness and 2 durability. So let's grab a 2, and it gives us no armor class. So our armor class is going to be 3. And then our other stats as an elf, we start with 18 health. We've got 0 innate toughness, 1 innate strength. We've got 5 speed, so we're pretty fast. We've got 10 stamina. That's one of the strengths, the best strength about the elf, is that crazy high stamina. He's got maximum stamina. Oh, we got a fear threshold of 7, though, which is pretty gnarly. That's a downside. He can't handle too much fear. So once we hit 7 on our fear tracker here, we would lose the game. We start with 0 food, but we do start with 2 gold. So the elf has a little bit of gold to bring into the dungeon with him right there. Cool, man. And of course, we're using all of the quest added content. So we've got all the quests and talismans over this way. We got all the new loot in the loot deck. Tons of new loot, all the new enemies, the new dungeon cards, everything. We got it all here ready to go, guys. So speaking of dungeon cards, let's shuffle up the dungeon and we're going to get this adventure underway, guys. I'm hoping we get a good map. Let's go ahead and get this mixed up. Let's go. Also, while I'm thinking about it too, I think it was Travella. Shout out to you, Travella, dude. You've been a long-time supporter of the channel and of Crypt Crawler, and I'm glad you're enjoying the game. I know you had mentioned in the Discord that the game seemed a little bit easier, and it definitely is. I intentionally made, and I'm just kind of voicing this for everyone else who might be curious. The game is definitely still a challenge. You should be losing more than you're winning. But I did make it slightly easier because the base game of Crypt Crawler is just brutally hard. And that is because I am currently working on an expansion, hopefully the first of many more expansions that will allow you to continue your adventure out of the initial dungeon with the base game of Crypt Crawler and Crypt Crawler Quest into future adventures. So I wanted the likelihood of that happening to be slightly higher. So now you'll have about a 25% to 33% chance of winning the game on average and being able to continue into a new adventure. So that's something I'm really excited about. So if you find that the game is maybe slightly easier, especially with really powerful characters like the Orc is really, really strong. And Travella, I know you said you won a few times with the Orc. Yeah, he's kind of like the easy mode character. So yeah, so just a heads up on that. If you want a more of a challenge, you can always use characters that aren't quite as strong as the Orc, which is pretty much the rest of them. I think the Dark Elf is probably the second most powerful character in the game. And then also there are new modes to the game now. So you can play the classic mode, which is still relatively difficult. You'll have that, about 25 to 33% win rate. You can play novice mode, which is easier if you're struggling with the game, or you could play the new masochist mode where the enemies in the dungeon will get modifier cards equal to the dungeon level +1, which definitely ups the difficulty. So if you want to go for that, feel free to do that too. And I believe I've got at least 1 or 2 masochist mode playthroughs on the channel if you want to go check those out. Cool. And I believe I even used an Orc in one of those. Yeah. So anyway, okay guys, here we go. We're going to head into the dungeon here. We've got level 1 of the dungeon. We've got our little tracker set to level 1. We're going to get our key over here in the key room. We're going to put our lantern. We're going to use the lantern as our meeple. We're going to put that here. Also, a cool thing I'll mention too, my buddy Brian, he likes to use the lantern in place of the tracker here for the footsteps, and it fits perfectly on there because it's like the same size, like a little 8mm base or whatever this is. So if you want to, you can use that to track your footsteps as your lantern oil, which is really neat. And then he just uses the little red meeple that comes with the game. But I like moving around with the lantern in here. I like to imagine that my dude's holding the lantern and moving through. So either way is fine, whichever way you want to do it. I just thought I'd mention that for you guys in case that sounds cool and you want to track your footsteps and your oil that way with the lantern. Cool. Okay, so we're going to move in. Let's take a step. I'm excited, guys. It's been a bit since I've played Crypt Crawler because I've been playing so much Iron Helm lately. So I'm super excited to get back to this. We're going to move in. We've got a green room. What do we got, guys? What do we have in store for us here? We've got a goblin to start things out. And you know what? That sounds good to me. By the way, we're playing on classic difficulty. Probably should have prefaced the playthrough with that, but we're going to play on classic. So we got a good old goblin, a classic goblin. He's going to have 1 modifier card because we're on level 1. And this guy has 4 HP, 1 toughness, no strength, and 3 speed. We are faster, so we get to attack first. And if we roll a 1, we do 1, or if we roll a 1, 2, or 3, we do 1 damage. A 4 or 5, we do 2 damage, and a 6 will do 3 damage. His armor class is 3. So on the black die, we need to roll a 3 or better, and of course the red die is damage. Also, one other thing I'll mention. This is a great start, guys. We completely missed, by the way. There's a 1. At the time that I did the crowd sale for Crypt Crawler Quest, the game crafter had run out of these little mini 8mm black D6s, and several people had already placed orders for the game, and I didn't want to make those people wait, and the game crafter made me aware of it. So in order to fulfill those orders, and so you guys didn't have to wait for the game, I went ahead and replaced the mini black D6 with blue ones instead. Figured that was like the closest color I could get to sort of, match the little black dice here. So if you received a copy of the game and it comes with blue dice, you kind of have like a rare copy of the game because barring the game crafter running out of these dice again at some point in the future, which hopefully doesn't happen, I'll probably never release the game again with blue dice. So if you've got the little blue dice and you're wondering why it shows in the rule book black and red, that's why. It was just a component stock issue that the game crafter had run out of black dice. But now they're back in stock, so I'm going to switch back to the black dice, so all future copies of the game should come with the black dice. And if you really want little black dice like this, you can just buy these individually from the game crafter. They're super inexpensive, and so the game comes with, let's see, how much? I think it's 8 of them. Yeah, the game comes with 8 of these. So if you wanted to replace the blue dice with black dice, I know it's a minor inconvenience, you can buy just the black dice. They have them back in stock as of the recording of this video. So just wanted to mention that. So we had rolled a 1. We completely missed the goblin. So the goblin's going to retaliate. He also needs 3 or better to hit us. And he rolls a 1 also. Okay, good. I like that. We're definitely playing Crypt Crawler again, guys. You're watching the Game Night YouTube channel. We're rolling 1s to hit. We rolled a 5 to hit. We got a 4 for damage. So that's 2 plus 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 2. And we're going to put him down to 2 health. Like so. The goblin's going to attack. I'm not going to spend any stamina just yet. I don't want to conserve my stamina. The goblin hits. Dang. He hits for 2 damage, but we block it all with the 2 toughness of our Gambison, and that drops to 1. I'd like to keep that around longer than this first fight, but we'll see. It's a little bit of a buffer. We hit the crap out of them, dudes. Double 6s. 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 1 is 3, and we take down the goblin. We run him through with the dull blade. Ooh, that's got to be a painful way to go. A dull blade. It's not even sharp. We take him down. We get 1 of everything and a loot pouch. So 1 XP, 1 soul fragment, 1 gold, bumping us up to 3. It's cool that the elf starts with a couple gold. And we also get a loot pouch. So let's go ahead and roll on the loot pouch table. What do we get? We got a 4. We're going to get our first potion of the adventure. And we rolled a 5. And I believe that's a strength potion, if my memory serves me well. It is. It is a strength potion. We got the mustard. We're going to put that up that way. Nice. I kind of wanted to ketchup, but we got the mustard. Actually, I like mustard more, to be honest. I'm a mustard person. I like mustard more than ketchup. Okay, cool. So we're going to put this guy over this way, and we're going to discard this because that was it. That was all that was in the room was just the goblin. We're going to take another step. Feeling good, guys. I'm excited. This is awesome. I'm feeling really good getting back to some Crypt Crawler. Let's go ahead and get the green circle room. Another goblin. Okay, sure. I always say that I love this. I love when it's thematic like this. There's just a little like goblin patrol hanging out at the front of the dungeon. Maybe they're keeping watch. Maybe they got like an orc boss that's like deeper in the dungeon and he's like ordered them to keep watch at the front. They're not doing a very good job. Okay, he's got 5 health, 1 toughness, 0 strength, and 3 speed. We are faster with our 5 speed, so we attack first. We need 3 or better. We hit him. This guy wasn't as observant. We snuck up on him. We do 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 1 is 1 damage, so we're going to put him down to 4. I'm not going to spend any stamina yet. He's going to attack. He hits us hard. He's pissed. For 3 damage, we block 2 with the Gambison, which breaks it, and then we take 1 damage. Okay, the Gambison served its purpose. It basically gave us 4 health. We'll take that. So we're going to retaliate against the goblin. Dude, we hit him, but barely. 1 again. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 1 is only 1, and we could put him down to 3. I don't think I want to spend the stamina. No, I'm going to conserve my stamina. The goblin's going to attack. We're going to use our health as a resource here. He completely misses. Apparently, we hit him just hard enough to daze him. We retaliate. We completely whiff. We swung really hard with that 6, but we missed. He ducks out the way. The goblin attacks, and he does hit, but just barely, for 1 damage. So we're going to take 1 damage. We've got no innate toughness on the elf. We're going to attack against the goblin. We hit him. Max damage. Dude, this dude is just swinging. Like, woof, woof, swinging as hard as he can. We hit him this time, though. For 3 plus 1 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. And that is exact lethal. Let's go. I'm glad I didn't spend any stamina there. We conserved it. We get 1 of everything. Once again. 1 XP. 1 soul fragment. 1 gold. And we get a loot pouch. I hope you guys are enjoying the game. Let me know what your favorite character is so far down in the comments below. If you have a favorite class and race combo. We've got 2. We get a loot, guys. We get a common loot. This is the funnest thing about the quest expansion, dude. All the new loot. What do we get? 18. What is that? What is that? Is that a smoke bomb? Is that a smoke? It's studded tunic. It's a studded tunic. Dude, this is so funny. Oh my God. Who was it in my Discord, man? I can't remember. I can't remember who it was in the Discord. I saw a couple people literally this morning talking in the Discord saying that they keep getting the studded tunic over and over again. I've only gotten this like a couple times. They're saying the dice must be weighted. Maybe it is. Are the Game Crafters D20 weighted to 18? No, they're definitely not, because I rarely get this, but that's so funny, man. You guys are probably like, see, I told you. All you get is the studded tunic. So it's 1 toughness and 5 durability. So we'll go ahead and put the 5 right there. And then it goes on our body, of course. Cool. So we lost the Gambison, but we picked up a studded tunic, which is just an upgraded, better version of the classic tunic. Cool. That's a good pickup to get off of the goblin. So we're going to set that there. Or actually, we're going to do that the other way around. We're going to set this here. Very nice. And we're going to move on. We're going to take a step and we're going to go over into this yellow triangle room. We're going to do a loop all the way around to the key room. Okay, wait, was that a good idea? Should I do that? Yeah. Yeah, it's about the same, maybe. Okay, we got a yellow room. Dude, we found oil. Let's go. Boom. We'll scoop up this oil flask that we found and top off our lantern with it. We're going to take another step down into this green circle room. And we've got a gold and a shop. Do we need anything from the shop? We could heal. We could heal. Let's pick up the gold. We'll go to the shop. We're in a green shop, so we've got access to the bottom row. Let's actually spend 1 gold to heal 1 with this +1 health potion, and we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 gold to buy the 2 food. And that gives us a little bit of wiggle room to be able to use some stamina, hopefully in these next 2 rooms if we get into some fights. Fingers crossed. I hope I didn't just waste my gold on that food, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Let's go ahead and take a step, and we're going to go over into this yellow triangle room. And we've got gold. I don't want that. I think I'm going to push my luck here. I want to get into a fight. Or that, uncommon loot and a blood altar. That's amazing. Okay, so we're going to pick up the uncommon loot. What do we get? Love getting loot. 19. It wasn't an 18, guys. It was a 19 this time. And what do we have? The Ankh. Ooh, that's cool. So it's an accessory. Reduce the amount of fear inflicted to you by enemies and resolution cards by 1. Dude, the elf definitely benefits from this with that 7 fear threshold. Let's go, dude. We got the Ankh. Amazing. Amazing pickup with the elf. Awesome. There's also a blood altar, so we're going to spend 1 and spend 1 HP. And we're going to get 1 toward our blood altar, so we'll set that over this way. Cool. We're going to spend another step and move into this red diamond key room. And I really want an enemy. We've got a skeleton, the hag's hut, and an anvil. I don't really want that. I want to push my luck because the skeleton doesn't drop any he doesn't drop any fragments. And when you look at that, guys, we pushed into an orc. See, I told you, those 2 goblins at the start of the dungeon, they were lookouts for their orc boss, dude, that was trying to find the key to get down to level 2. We got to take this guy down and take the key from him before he steals it. So we got an orc here. There's also an altar in the room that we notice, and there's a shrine in the room that we definitely noticed. But first, we got to take down this orc who's heading toward picking up that key. We can't let him get the key. So let's go ahead and flip this over. We're going to have an orc with 1 modifier because we're on level 1. He's got 5 HP, 1 toughness. He did get a boost in strength, so he's up to 3 strength, and he's got 2 speed. So we're going to sneak up on him with our speediness, and we're going to attack him. We need 3 or better. We didn't manage to get it, but I'm going to spend a lucky coin and bump this 2 up by 1, 2, or 3 since we rolled such high damage here. So we're dealing 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 1 is 3, and I'm going to spend 2 stamina to bump it up to 5. Of course, you can spend up to 3 stamina per successful hit, and we're going to one-shot the orc, dude. So we just sneak up on him and drive the dull blade right through his back as he's going to pick up the key, and we're going to get 3 XP and go from 2 up to 5, which is going to unlock our first skill, Fury. It's got the little blue moon, which means it's a passive skill. It says, when an enemy inflicts damage to you and reduces your HP, your next attack inflicts +1 damage. Very powerful ability. We also get 2 soul fragments, so we're up to 4. We just need 1 more, and we could have got the shrine here. We're gonna get 2 gold, and we also get an uncommon loot. Let's see what we get. Lots of loot so far in level 1. We rolled a 1, and that is the long bow. And guys, we are definitely gonna pick up the long bow. So it is a 2-handed weapon. It does 2, 4, and 4 damage, and when you roll a 6 to inflict damage, so with the red dice to inflict damage, you ignore the enemy's toughness. Amazing. So you just do 4 plus whatever your strength is and plus whatever stamina you add to it. You just straight up do that much damage and ignore their toughness. Really, really powerful loot right there. And again, it's 2-handed, so it takes up both hand slots. We can't hold an offhand item while we've got the long bow. Cool. And then a small altar surrounded by lotus petals sits in the corner of the room. Kneel and say a prayer. Don't mind if I do. Let's go ahead and kneel and say a prayer. We roll a 5. Plus 2 HP and -1 fear. So we go from 16 back up to full health at 18. Of course, you cannot go above your maximum health. And we would get -1 fear, but we don't have any fear on us anyway. And we're equipped with our Ankh. We're not afraid, guys. We're not scared. And again, unfortunately, we can't go to that shrine because we're 1 fragment short. One fragment short. If we had one more, we could get our first soul crystal on level 1. That'd be sick. We do get to pick up the key, though, which is amazing. So we'll snag up our key. We're also going to eat our food in between dungeon cards here to gain 2 stamina back. So it paid off that we bought the food. And we're going to have to go 1, 2 steps and then a 3rd step to leave. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 steps to go bloop, 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 and leave the level. So we did have to take a lot of steps there to get out of the level. But you know what? It is what it is. I probably didn't go the most optimal way. Maybe I should have went down here over in the back. I think it would have been the same thing. Either way, we did what we did. We came and we did what we came for, guys. We're going to go down to level 2. We're going to go ahead and get the next dungeon level set up here. We've got a key. Nice. We've got our meeple on the stairs. And I believe we are ready to go, guys. So we're going to take a step into the first room of level 2, a green room. We really need oil. Bad. We've got a rat here. Let's go ahead and fight it. This will be our 5th fragment. And then we'll keep our eyes peeled for a shrine. So we've got a rat. It's going to have 2 modifiers. There we go. Okay. He's got 6 speed, so he is faster than us. He's going to attack first. And he does manage to hit us for 2 plus 1 strength is 3. And we're going to mitigate 1 of that with our studded tunic. So we're going to take 2 damage. And we're right back down to 16. The food did come in handy, though. We need a 2 or better to hit. And we got a 4. 3 for damage. Oh, yeah, we're using our longbow now. So 2 plus 1 is 3. He's got no toughness and 3 health. So we shoot the rat with an arrow. It takes it out in 1 shot. We gain 1. Oh, also, we also got plus 1 to our attack, right? Because when an enemy inflicts damage to you and reduces your HP, which it did, your next attack inflicts plus 1 damage. So we actually did 4 damage to him. We overkilled him. We get that 1 fragment, no gold, and he's got a loot pouch. Let's see what he's got. 5, a potion. Nice. Let's get another potion. See if we can get that ketchup. We did. We got a 1, dude. Let's go. We got the ketchup and mustard over here, guys. Amazing. Cool stuff. And that's all that was in that room. Nice. We'll go ahead and put him here. Set that there. We're going to take a step. We really need oil. We're going down into a yellow triangle room where you can have a pretty good chance of finding oil. And would you look at that, dude? An ooze and an oil. Do I know my own game or do I know my own game, guys? We got an ooze and oil, and there's also a shrine. Literally the perfect room we could have walked into here. Nice. Okay, there we go. He's got 7 health, 0 toughness, 0 strength, and he's got 5 speed. This is a fast ooze. The ooze attacks first, which is a little scary because they always poison when they hit you. And he does hit. He does 1 poison, so that's going to eat into our stamina. And of course, if your poison never reaches 0, you lose. You die to the poison. We are going to... I guess we'll just shoot him with the longbow and see what happens. Completely miss. Snake eyes. That's what happens. My goodness. Uh-oh, guys. Not like this. He misses. He rolls a 2. We needed 3 or better to hit us. We need a 2 or better. Come on. Anything but a 1. There we go. We got a 3 to hit. A 1 for damage. We got 2 plus 1 is 3. And he's got 7 health. My God. So he's down to 4. Jeez, dude. This is a hardy ooze right here. The ooze retaliates. Please miss me. He does. He misses. He rolls a 2. We need 2 or better to hit. We rolled a 1. Dude, no. 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 We're making it a 2. We're ripping through all of our coins, but no, dude. I can't take all that poison damage. Rolled a 5 for damage. That's 4. Plus 1 is 5, and he is dead. Let's go. Okay. We gain 1 XP. We would gain a fragment, but we're maxed out. We gain a gold, and we gain a common loot. And it is 11. What is that? What is 11? 11 is a short bow. When you roll a 6 to inflict damage, ignore the enemy's toughness. It's exactly like the longbow, except it does less damage. 2, 2, and 3 instead of 2, 4, and 4. So, of course, obviously, we're going to keep the longbow. The short bow is a cool common weapon, but we've got the better version of it, so we're going to keep that. And I believe that is it for the ooze. We also get an oil. So we're going to get to reset our lantern back down to 0. And there's a shrine in the room, so we're going to combine all 5 fragments into our first soul crystal. Let's go ahead and roll, or not roll, let's go ahead and shake them up and see what we get, guys. What do we get? We got the orange topaz soul crystal. Let's go. Nice. We'll set the others back up this way like so. Cool. And this dude is donezo. And we're done with that room. Good. That was a really good room right there, man. We got our lantern refilled. We got our first soul crystal. Let's go. Okay, let's take a step. We're going to go over into this yellow triangle room. What do we got? What do we got waiting for us? We got a giant ooze and a quest. I kind of want to do it, guys. I really want that quest. I don't want the poison from the ooze, but I really want the quest. You know what I'm saying, guys? So we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Oozes are usually slow. That last one was abnormally fast. Okay, yeah, this guy is slow. He's got 2. He's got 7 health, no toughness, 3 strength, though. We're going to attack first here with the longbow, of course. Should I use my strength potion? I'm gonna drink the strength potion. Yeah, I'm gonna drink my strength potion. So you may discard this card to increase your strength by 1 until the end of a battle. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna increase our strength by 1 till the end of the battle. So our strength is gonna go from 1 up to 2. And we need a 3 or better to hit. He's a little harder to hit. He's bigger though, which kind of doesn't make sense. But you know what? Don't think about it. We hit him. We rolled a 2 for damage. So 2 plus 2 is 4. And he's got 7. And dudes, we're going to spend 3, 1, 2, 3 to bump the 4 up to 7. And that's exactly enough. I'm so glad I drank my strength potion right there. So we gain 3 XP and go up to 10. We're just 1 shy of weapon mastery. We gain 2 soul fragments. We gain 1 gold. And we get another uncommon loot, guys. Loot for days. What do we get? A 6. See, you don't always roll 18. A 6 is an axe. That's pretty good, man. Should we pick up the axe so that way we could potentially get like an offhand weapon? Let's do it. We're going to scoop up the axe and drop the longbow. The longbow was amazing. The longbow is really good, and I'm hoping I don't regret this, but the axe is also pretty good. It does 2, 3, and 4 instead of 2, 4, and 4, but it is one-handed, so we could pick up a shield or something. And it says when you inflict damage with this weapon, you may discard it to double its damage. So we could essentially throw the axe. That'll be a boss killer at the end. All right, so we're going to hang on to that unless we get like a rare or a better weapon or something to replace it. So that was it for the giant ooze. We also get our first quest, guys. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle up the quests. And we're going to get our first one of the adventure. See what we get here. Bam. Sacrifice. Nice. So it says resolve 2 blood altars. Oof. Okay. So we got to try to find some blood altars. Cool stuff. Let's go ahead and put this dude here. Put that there, and we can continue our adventure. We need to go down and pick up this key. So I'm going to spend a movement. We're going to go down into this red triangle, or red diamond room, rather. We got a dragonkin. We could get oil off of him. There's also a shop, a red shop. Dude, we could buy a soul fragment? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to fight the dragonkin and hit up this red shop merchant. There he is. There's the dragonkin right there. So he's going to have 2 modifiers. So here's 1 right here. We're going to shuffle up the other cards in the dungeon deck to grab his second modifier. I like that when you fight the dragonskin, you get oil from them. I think it's cool. It's like an extra way to potentially get oil in the dungeon. Okay, let's go ahead and shuffle these up. All right. We're going to get another modifier for him. Let's see what he gets. Hopefully he's not too crazy. He's got 7 health. Ooh, we got an extra toughness. 2 toughness, 1 strength, 4 speed. We are faster. We're going to attack first. I kind of wish I had my strength potion now to get over that toughness, honestly. This is gone, by the way. Let's go ahead and roll. We could have smoke bombed them, but I want to save that. We completely missed. Guys, I don't know what is the deal with this elf rolling double 1s constantly, but he's doing it. Dragonkin attacks. He needs 3 or better. Hits the crap out of us. Rolls 4, so he's going to burn 1 and do 1 damage. We soak up the 1 damage on the studded tunic, but we take 1 burn damage. And at the start of our turn, we take 1 burn damage. Of course, it goes through your armor. We lose the token there. We're going to go ahead and attack. We need 3 or better. We rolled a 2 and a 1. It's going to be one of them runs, guys. It's already hard enough as an elf. The dragonkin attacks, and he hits us. The enemies have no problem hitting us, that's for sure. Same deal. 1 burn and 1 physical damage. We block the 1 physical. We take the 1 burn at the start of a turn. Take the 1 burn at the start of a turn. And then it's gone, and we get to roll again. Hopefully we're going to hit him this time. We do. We hit the ever-living crap out of them, guys. Double 6s for the second time this run. I can't complain too much. We're either rolling super low or insanely high. As low as you can get with snake eyes or as high as you can get with double 6s. We got the axe over here. So we got 4 plus 1 is 5. Minus 2 is 3. But, oh no. I was going to say we got Fury, but we didn't get Fury because he didn't deal damage to our... He didn't reduce our HP when he inflicted damage? He just burned us. Well, he did burn us, right? Yeah, when an enemy inflicts damage to you and reduces your HP, your next attack inflicts 1 damage. So yeah, he burned us and then reduced our HP. So we get +1 on top of, what was it? 4 + 1, so 5. +1 is 6, -2 is 4. And then we could spend 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I'm spending a lot of stamina. To one-shot him? Yeah, I guess so. We're going to gain 3 XP, go up to 13. That does unlock Weapon Mastery. It's an activated skill. Once per battle, you may add 1 to your roll when rolling to inflict damage to an enemy. So that's with the red die. Then we also get 2 soul fragments, so we go up to 4. We gain 1 gold, and we get that oil flask, so we refill our lantern. Okay, and then there's also the shop in the room, and we're in a red room, so there's a red shop. We got access to every shelf in the shop. I kind of want to buy food, but I want to just get this. I feel like we're going to run into an enemy and be able to get a soul fragment probably at whatever location has the shrine. So I almost feel like we should just use the 3 gold to get 2 food. And then maybe we do 3 more gold to get the health potion at the top and heal back up to 17. I think that sounds good. I did want to spend 5 to get the soul fragment, but again, I think we're going to run into an enemy before the next shrine, and then we can just kill them to get the last fragment. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, cool. We took down the Dragonkin. We get to scoop up the key here. We do have full oil now in our lantern. We could go over here to this little room over this way and scope it out. So let's do it. Let's go over here into this green room. This little like dead end room over here. What's hanging out over here? A rat and food. Ooh, that's good, dude. Food would be good, and we can get our last fragment off of the rat. Let's do it. And there's also a shop as well, which maybe we'll heal up at or something. Could be a thing. Okay, the rat is faster than us. He attacks first. He's got no extra toughness or attack. He does hit. He does 1 damage, but we soak it up on our studded tunic. The studded tunic, Stunic for short, has been really good. We're going to attack. We need 2 or better. We hit. Let's go. So 5. That's 3 + 1 is 4 damage. And this rat has 6 HP, so we drop him to 2. I'm not going to spend any stamina because our stamina is already low. And we want that food to increase our stamina here. The rat retaliates. He hits us for 2 damage. We block 1 with the studded tunic. The tunic breaks. And we take 1 damage to our HP here. That procs our Fury ability. So we're going to deal +1 damage on our next attack. Let's go ahead and put the studded tunic back in its spot in the loot deck. Let's go ahead and roll. We've got Fury. The elf is furious. He's so furious that he completely misses. He swings as hard as he can and completely misses. That's a theme this run. The rat attacks. He misses. Let's go. We've swung so hard we flew across the room. The rat couldn't even keep up with us. We turn around to attack again. We do hit for 3 + 1 is 4. And of course the Fury is gone now because it's on your next attack and we whiffed that one. So the 3 + 1 is 4 and we take down the rat. We gain 1 XP. We need 18 to unlock Bloodlust. We gain 1 fragment, so we're up to 5. And we're up to 5, and we gain no gold, and we do get a loot pouch, and it is another potion. Is it going to be the mustard? It's a 4. Ooh, it's a luck tonic. My favorite potion. You may discard this card to increase or decrease a single dice roll by 1. I like it, guys. I like it. So good. So good. It's basically a lucky coin. It's like a better lucky coin because you could do it on any die roll. Loot die rolls, enemy die rolls, anything. Cool. And we also get a food. And there is a shop, and it's a green shop, but we got no gold. So sorry, Mr. Merchant, we don't have any gold for you. We're going to eat our 3 food here to gain 3 stamina and go from 3 up to 6. And we need to backtrack quite a bit. 1, 2, 3 to get to this room. 1, 2, 3. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So we're in a red diamond room. And dude, oh, we got to do it because we found a blood altar and we got the sacrifice quest. So there is a giant ooze between us and this blood altar. Lots of oozes on level 2. Very cool. Very thematic. We must be in like a sewer or something down here. Okay, there we go. This guy's got 7 health, 1 toughness, 3 strength, and 3 speed. We are faster. Let's go and attack. We need 3 or better. And man, we're always just 1 below, huh? I'm very tempted. I'm very, very tempted to actually use my lucky coin. I'm not going to, though. We got to save at least one lucky coin for the boss if we make it there, right, guys? He attacks. Oh, man, he hits us 2 poison and 3 damage. Holy crap. This game's hard. 1, 2, 3. 2 poison. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to attack. Come on, 3 or better. Yes, we got it. Max damage. 4 plus 1 is 5. Minus 1 is 4. And he's got 7. So 1, 2, 3 to bump our 4 damage up to 7 and take him down. Ooh, it's a good thing we found that food in the last room. Okay, so we get 3 XP and go up to 17. We're just 1 shy of our final skill. We get 2 fragments, but we're maxed out. We get 1 gold, and we get an uncommon loot, guys. Let's go. Where are the rares at? We get a 5. Dude, is that a shield? Oh, baby. See, dudes, I knew it was a good idea to pick up that axe. Let's go. We got the shield. It gives us 2 toughness. It's got 4 durability. 0 to our armor class. Whenever the amount of burn, or it says reduce the amount of burn inflicted to you by enemies and resolution cards by 1. Nice, dude. So between the shield and the Ankh, we're taking 1 less poison and 1 less burn now. Let's go, dude. Heck yeah. And this is going to save us 8 health effectively. Amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then there is a blood altar in the room. So we're going to sacrifice 1 of our blood, 1 of our HP, and we're going to go up to 2. And we have to resolve 2 blood altars once you get this card. So we're going to go ahead and put a 1 on it. Also, it's worth mentioning too, just to clarify, if anyone is curious, I saw at least one person asking in the Discord, I think it was about this particular card. They said, once I get this quest, can I complete it if I've already gone to 2 blood altars? And the answer is no. And that goes for all of the quests. Once you acquire the quest, then you're actively going on the quest, and then you have to resolve whatever is on the quest. It doesn't matter what you did before it. Once you have it, that's when it'll start counting. So even if you've been to 10 blood altars somehow before you got sacrificed, it doesn't count. Once you get this card, you've got to resolve 2 more blood altars. And again, same thing with the other cards, like treasure, where you have to acquire 10 gold. You've got to do that once you actually get the card. And you actually have to acquire the 10 gold. So if you're maxed out on gold and you can't pick up anymore, it does not count toward the quest. You'd have to spend some of it at a shop in order to actually acquire more gold. So yeah, just wanted to mention that in case anybody was, curious about that, if you ran into that and weren't sure how that worked. Okay, so we got 1 towards sacrifice, and we need to keep on going here, guys. We're going to put this dude here. We're going to keep going deeper in. We're going to take a step, and we're going to go over into this green room, and we're nearing the end of level 2. And we've got 2 gold and a shrine, and we're going to do it, guys. We're going to scoop up the 2 gold, and there's... Oh, also, before we do the shrine, you hear a sudden clicking sound. It's actually very cool, very thematic. I saw 2 gold, and the shrine's like, oh yeah, I'm picking that up. And we're paying the price for it, guys. You hear a sudden clicking sound. A dart flies at you from the mouth of a gargoyle statue. We rolled a 3, and negative 1 HP, plus 1 poison. So it dinks our shield. Goes down to 3. It's also worth mentioning too, in case you're wondering, damage that you take from traps goes to your armor before it goes to your hit points, just like attacks would. And yeah, we get the plus 1 poison. Dang. We're stopping fear and burn, but we don't have anything to stop poison. We need that jade necklace. Okay. So yeah, now we've got the shrine here. So we're going to combine all 5 of our fragments into a soul crystal. And let's see what we get. Hoping for the amethyst would be nice. We get the green one. So we got orange and green. I'm hoping we get the amethyst as the final one so that we can fight a new boss. But I'm stoked to fight an OG boss too. Anyone is fine with me, honestly. Okay, cool. Let's continue on, guys. We're going to take a step down into the final room of level 2, into a green circle room where there's a spider. I've already got so much poison on me. Do I really want to fight a spider? And they're very fast. And he's going to dink my shield up. I mean, maybe we do it. He does give us a soul fragment. It's either that or we push our luck. What have we seen? There's a troll here. There's the rare loot card. No troll or demon. I'm going to push. Okay, into a zombie and a hag. And there's also an anvil. We could repair up our shield. That'd be cool. Okay, so there's a zombie. Zombies hit hard, and unfortunately they don't drop any soul fragments, but we'll be able to get to that hag soon enough, and she will drop a soul fragment. Okay, he's got 3 HP, 1 toughness, 1 strength, and 3 speed. We get to attack first. And we need 2 or better, and we hit the crap out of him. 5 for damage, so 3 plus 1 is 4. Minus 1, toughness is 3, and we took him down in 1 shot. We gain 1 XP, and we unlock our final skill. It's a passive skill, Bloodlust. When you roll a 6 to hit an enemy, you may attack again after inflicting damage. Insane. And again, the to hit dice is the black dice. Or if you've got the rarer version of the game, it's your blue die. We get no soul fragments. We get 1 gold. And we get a loot pouch. And it is, how much you want to bet it's going to be a potion? It's a potion. Oh my god. I don't have room for the potions. I'm probably going to just drink my healing potion here. Let's drink the healing potion so that we can pick whatever this is up. We rolled a 6, and that is a poison antidote. So yeah, in order to pick it up, we're going to drink our healing potion. So you may discard this card to heal 1d6 HP. Let's roll the red die. Let's roll the red die. We get 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll take it. And then we're going to pick up the poison antidote, and I'm going to drink it immediately. You may discard this card to remove 2 poison. So we're going to go bloop, bloop. Like so. Very nice. Very nice. Dude, potions for days in this playthrough. This is cool. And then we've got the hag next up. The hag is next in line. I like to think that that was like her zombified husband. You know, they're hanging out at the hag's hut. She like reanimated him somehow with her black magic. Where is the hag? On the other side of the giant ooze? Yes. Cool. She's going to have 2 modifiers here. There we go. She's got 7 health, no toughness, no strength, and 5 speed. Wow, 5 speed? Dude, she's, yeah, she's ticked that we just, killed her husband again. She attacks but misses. In a blind rage, she fumbles and trips on the ground. We do manage to hit her. We need 2 or better. We got a 4. 2 plus 1 is 3 damage. And that's going to put her down to 4. I'm not going to spend any stamina because we're already running low. Dangerously low. The hag retaliates. She does manage to hit. And oh my gosh, dude. She casts a spell on us to poison us. We take 2 poison. Yikes, dude. Poison this run is crazy. We retaliate. We need 2 or better. We hit for 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. And we're going to spend the 1 to just bump it up to 4 and take her down. I don't want to take any more damage from her. Okay, cool. So we gain 1 XP, which doesn't matter anymore. We gain 1 soul fragment, which definitely matters. We gain no gold. We're still at 4. And we get a common loot, and it is 18? 14. Okay, 14. Let's see. What do we get here? A spiked buckler. That is cool, but I'd rather keep the shield. The spiked buckler gives you 2 toughness like the shield, but it's got 2 durability. And when an enemy inflicts damage to you and reduces the durability of this armor, you inflict 1 damage to the enemy, ignoring their toughness, which is very, very good. But I'd rather keep the shield because we've got more uses on it, more durability. And it'll also block burn damage, which is good. I actually think I prefer the inflict 1 damage back. Thorns damage, if you want to call it that. But I like the added durability. And again, and then it has the, the shield from burn effect here. Plus, we're on an anvil. So we can actually go ahead and repair this for 1 gold per durability. So we're going to go ahead and repair it. And of course, you can only repair 1 piece of armor per anvil that you go to, and you can repair it up to its maximum durability. So 4 in the case of the shield. 1 gold per durability. Cool. So that's it for this site here. We're going to go ahead and leave, guys. We're going to spend 1 step, and we're going to head down to level 3, and our lantern is starting to get kind of dim. Our lantern is starting to get kind of dim. We've got another big level here, level 3. There's Ziggy in the background. You guys might hear him borking out there. The wind blew. A leaf fell off of a tree. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the key right there, set up for level 3. We're going to take a step in, and yeah, we really need to find some oil. We're going into a yellow room. We could find oil. A giant ooze and a quest. Man, if it was a red room, we'd find oil. I don't want any more poison. I think I'm going to push my luck. The quest is tempting, but the giant ooze, nah. Okay, we pushed into a hag. Okay, so another hag. Maybe she wasn't dead. She follows us down the stairs to level 3, dude. She's back for more. Are we playing Final Girl? The hag is the final girl, dude. She's got 5 HP, 1 toughness, 2 strength, and 5 speed. Yeah, it's her. It's her, dude. She comes back for a vengeance, dude. She's back with a vengeance. She does hit for 1 burn and 2. We block the 2 damage on our freshly repaired shield. And you reduce the amount of burn inflicted to you by enemies and resolution cards by 1. So we take 1 less burn. Awesome. So the burn effect on the shield came in handy. We don't take the burn. We get to retaliate. We need a 2 or better to hit. We got a 6 to hit, 3 for damage. So that's 2. Plus 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 2 damage. That puts her down to 3 HP. We're not going to spend any of our dwindling stamina here. We're getting worn out. The hag attacks. Oh my god, she hits the crap out of us, dude. 2 physical damage and 2 poison. Dude, yep, it's definitely her. She's casting that poison on us, that poison spell. We're down to 2 durability on the shield. We've got so much poison. We're going to retaliate. We rolled a 1 and we miss. No. We needed anything but a 1. The hag retaliates. Oh my god, dude. She does 1 fear and 2 damage. We block the 2 damage here. And we reduce the amount of fear inflicted to us by enemies and resolution cards by 1 with the Ankh. The elf holds the Ankh out in front of him, dude. Let's go ahead and roll again. We're going to try to get her. Yes, there we go, guys. There's our third double 6 of the game. 4 plus 1 is 5 damage. Minus 1 toughness is 4. And the hag is hopefully dead for good this time. We're maxed out on XP. We gain another soul fragment. No gold. And let's see. Apparently there was something in her other pocket that we didn't check. An 8. What does she have? She's got a slingshot. Increase your speed by 2. That is really cool. We'd be super fast. But we're going to go ahead and keep the axe because it does more damage. And the slingshot is two-handed as well. I'd rather keep the axe and our shield. Which I wouldn't mind repairing again because it's running super, super low here with only 1 durability left. So that was the hag. If the room was dark because our lantern was burned out, we would have found oil. There's also a gem pond, though. There is a still pond filled with colorful magic gems. You may spend 1 stamina to mine a gem. We could either gain 2 HP, minus 2 poison, or minus 2 fear. The 2 HP or the minus poison would be good. I'm actually going to go for it. I'm going to go for it because we have to roll a 6 to get the negative 2 fear, so chances are it's not going to happen. 2. I was so expecting it to happen, guys. Plus 2 HP. How many of you guys were like, oh my god, here comes a 6? There's also a shop in this room. And we're in a yellow room, right? Yeah, yellow triangle. We got 3 gold. We really need food, dude. So I'm going to spend the 3 gold to buy the food and get plus 2 food. And yeah, that's it. So in between rooms here, in between dungeon cards, we're going to eat that 2 food. And we're going to go back up to 3 stamina. Man, our poison being at 5 is making me kind of nervous. We're going to take a step. Our lantern being all the way up to 9 is making me really nervous. We're moving into a green circle room. 2 poison and an ooze? No, we've got to push our luck. We have to push our luck. So let's go ahead and shuffle up. My goodness, guys. We got that 1 right there on sacrifice. The poison this run is crazy. So much poison. I'm just dropping dungeon cards all over the place. Yeah, the poison this run has been super gnarly. Hopefully we don't get too much more. Hopefully we don't get any more. That'd be nice. Okay. It's a good thing that well, I was going to say it's a good thing that the elf has such a high fear threshold, right? Because the poison starts at 10. So that's something. We got that going for us. Okay, there we go. So we're going to push our luck past that 2 poison and an ooze into a warlock. Okay. Cool. So we've got a warlock here. Just hanging out down in level 3. 1, 2, 3. And we've got our shield ready to block his burn attacks, his magical fireball spells. Okay, so he's got 5 speed. He's going to attack first, unfortunately. And he hits us for 2 physical plus 1 is 3. We're going to block it with our shield. It breaks our shield. So much for blocking his flame attacks. And we're going to take 1 damage. And that means that we get our Fury ability. Nice. So Fury pops off. We're going to do plus 1 damage on our next attack if we hit him here. We need 3 or better. We do hit him. 3 plus 1 plus 1 from Fury is 5. Minus 1 is 4. And he's got 8 health, so he's down to 4. We took off half of his health there. Very good. Okay, the Warlock is going to retaliate. He's battered, but he's going to retaliate here. He's still got some life left in him. He does hit, and this time he's going to burn us. He's going to do 2 burn and 1 physical damage. So he's going to proc Fury once again. And this happens not just once per battle, but every time an enemy inflicts damage to you, your next attack does plus 1 damage. It's really good. Really, really good. And then he does that 2 burn to us. So at the beginning of our turn here, we're going to take 2 burn. And then we're going to take the burn down by 1, down to 1. Okay, we're going to retaliate. We need 3 or better. And we do hit him, and we're doing 2 plus 1. Plus 1 from Fury is 4. Minus 1 is 3, and we're going to add 1 to it, and we're going to bump it up to 4 to take him down. We would gain 2 XP, but we don't have to worry about XP anymore. We're completely maxed out. We're going to gain 2 soul fragments. We're 1 shy of the final soul crystal. We're going to gain 1 gold, and he drops a loot chest. This is our first loot chest of the adventure. Getting a little bit of everything this run. We got a 6, and we gain our last fragment, guys. All we need to do is find a shrine, and we're out of here. That's it for this card. Oh, man. Oh, baby. We're at 1 gold. Okay, we're going to take a step. Oh, no, guys. After this, our lantern's going to burn out. Next step. Now, here's a conundrum. Do I want to move into the triangle room for a chance to find oil? Or do I want to go into the green room? We could potentially push into oil. We got it. Oof. We don't really need the key because we could just find the shrine on level 3. Let's go into the triangle room. We got a higher chance of finding oil in yellow triangle rooms. Let's see what we get. A loot pouch and a flame trap. There's also a shop, but we don't have much gold. No, I think I'm gonna push my luck. Damn, into an ooze. Oh no, guys. What's up with all the poison? What is up with all the poison enemies? This is ridiculous. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we got an ooze here. He is slower. He's got 2 speed. We get to attack first. We need a 2 or better. We hit him. We're doing 3 plus 1 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. And he's got 6 HP, so we put him down to 3. Yikes, he's got plus 2 strength. The ooze attacks. We need him to roll 2 or less, please. Oh, also, we had that burn on us from last time, but that went away because we killed the warlock. Okay, he hits. Dang, dude. 2 poison and 2 damage. Dang, so we take 2 damage and 2 poison. Yikes, guys. We're about to die to poison. And we took 2 physical damage, so that procs Fury. We're going to do an extra damage. We need 2 or better. We hit him. 2 plus 1 is 4. Minus 1 is 3, and it's just enough to take him down. We did have stamina if we really needed it. We would gain a fragment, but we're maxed out. We gain 1 gold, and we gain a common loot. We need armor. A 17. I think that actually is armor. Is that a cloak? No, cloak is 16, I think. Yeah, cloak is 16. 17 is quilted armor. Dude, that's awesome. It's basically a gambeson. That is amazing. Cool. It's not red like our original gambeson that we had, but we'll take it. It does the same thing. It's got 2 toughness and 2 durability. Nice. Very, very good. And I believe that was it for that room. Yeah, it was just an ooze hanging out in that room. And now, guys, our lantern burns out. Our lantern burns out, and we've got to start taking fear as we move around in the dark. You guys know the drill. We're going to go over here to this green circle room. Man, we didn't look out and find the oil I wanted to in that yellow triangle room. Plus 1 fear, a skeleton, and a blood altar. Dude, we could complete the sacrifice quest. Yeah, I think we got to do it. So when you move around in the dark, you still have to take fear regardless of if you have items that reduce your fear. But with the Ankh, reduce the amount of fear inflicted to you by enemies and resolution cards by 1. So we're not going to take any fear from this resolution card, and then we'll fight a skeleton. Very nice. There's a skeleton. I love the artwork for the skeleton. It's so unique looking. I'm really proud of that artwork. It's cool. I don't know. It's very unique. I'll just say that. It's very, very unique. Very cool. I like the artwork for the skeleton. All right. Cool. So he is fast. He's got 7 speed. He's got 6 HP, 1 toughness, 2 strength. So he attacks first. He needs 3 or better to hit. He misses. Let's go. I could have maybe smoke bombed this guy, to be honest with you. Probably would have been a good idea. We're going to go ahead and attack. We need 3 or better. And we hit him. We do 1 for damage. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Minus his 1 toughness is 2. That's going to put him down to 4. Okay, we'll put him down to 4 HP. The skeleton is going to retaliate. He misses. Let's go, guys. The skeleton is... He doesn't know what's going on. We hit him again. 2 plus 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 2. And you know what? Screw it. I'm spending the last 2 stamina. We're killing him. I want to conserve my health as much as possible. I don't want him to hit us. Because they can hit pretty hard. So we took him down. We're going to gain 1 gold. And we're going to gain another common loot, guys. Common loot's left and frickin' right here. What do we get? A 9. And we're rolling different loot for everything, which is awesome. That is a short sword. Short sword is actually really good. Once per battle, you may add 1 to your roll when rolling to inflict damage to an enemy. It's essentially the same thing as weapon mastery. which is really, really good. It's cool. So like you could be any character, and if you have the short sword, you essentially have the weapon mastery skill, which is really, really cool. But do I want that over the axe? I don't think so. The axe does more damage, and we could potentially throw the axe to deal a boatload of damage, double damage to the boss. And we're probably going to need that because we've got no more stamina left. So we're just going to stick with that. And then there's a blood altar, guys. We're going to sacrifice 1 HP, and we're going to get a third blood altar, and that ticks this up to 2. And we have to resolve 2 blood altars to complete the sacrifice quest. So we've completed the quest. We're going to go ahead and roll and see what we get here. We can either get 2 loot chests or a talisman, guys. We're hoping for that talisman. Oh, we got a 3. We got 2 loot chests. Still, getting 2 loot chests is good, but I really wanted to get a talisman. So let's go ahead and see what we get. We're going to roll both dice for both loot chests. Some 1s would be good here. Okay, we got a 2 and a 5. So we get 2 food. That's actually excellent. I'll take that. And we got a 5, which is oil. Okay, so we refill our lantern. We're not going to have to take any more steps in the dark. That was getting a little spooky there for a moment. Pretty good. We'll take it, dudes. We'll definitely take it. We probably would have hit up the blood altars anyway, so it's just icing on the cake. We got a couple of food, and we got to refill our lantern with that oil. So very, very good. Cool. In between rooms, we're going to eat both of those food and gain the 2 stamina and go up to 2. Let's take a step. And we're going to go up into this red room. And it feels good to not be in the dark anymore. We're not accumulating any fear. Again, because we got that low fear threshold, so it gets a little spooky. We're in a red room. And there we go, guys. Maybe this is the big bad orc boss. We would have had to fight a banshee if we were in the darkness then too, which would have sucked. We've got to fight an orc. All right, maybe this was the big bad orc boss from the beginning that had the 2 goblins staked out at the front of the dungeon there. Maybe this was really the orc boss. The other guy wasn't the high-ranking orc general. This guy went really deep down into the dungeon looking for treasure. So we're going to fight this orc. There's also an altar, which is amazing. We'll probably be able to heal up a little bit there, maybe even get rid of that fear. And of course, there's a shrine, which is what we're really going for. So let's go ahead and draw these 3 cards. It's probably going to be our last fight before the boss here, guys. Hopefully we actually survive, because orcs are pretty nasty. Orcs are pretty nasty. He's got 7 HP. 1 toughness, 4 strength. This could be it, guys. This is definitely the orc general here. He's got 2 speed. Oh, you know what? We could have smoke bombed. Should we have smoke bombed? Can I take it back, guys? Would you guys be like mad about that? You know what? I don't care if you guys are mad. We're doing it. I didn't use my smoke bomb. I always forget about this thing. We're using it, guys. I'm technically cheating because you're supposed to use it before you deal out the modifier cards, but it's okay. It'll be what it is. I always forget that I have the dang thing. To be fair, no matter what the modifiers would have been on them, once I realized I had to smoke, I would have wanted to use it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and use it. You may discard this card before modifiers are added to an enemy when a battle begins to avoid combat with an enemy. So let's go ahead and do it. Now, had we started fighting the orc and I had already rolled for damage and stuff, I wouldn't have done the smoke. But since I realized kind of beforehand, we're going to go ahead and do it. So we're going to go ahead and just sneak right past the orc. We'll throw a smoke bomb in the room. Sneak past. We're going to go use this altar. A small altar surrounded by lotus petals sits in the center of the room. Kneel and say a prayer. Let's go ahead and kneel and say a prayer. We rolled a freaking 6, guys. Plus 3 health. We go up to 13. That's as good as it can get. And -2 fear. We get rid of all of that fear. And then there's a shrine. Boom. We combine the fragments. We go ahead and get our last shrine. And as the smoke clears, we got a blue. The orc is like, oh my god, what is going on, guys? The orc starts freaking out as we summon. We got blue, green, and orange. What is that? Blue, green, and orange. Dude, it's my favorite, dude. The Sorcerer. We got the orange, blue, and green right here. The Sorcerer, dude. This is my favorite artwork in the whole game. Still probably my favorite boss in the game, honestly. I love the Sorcerer. So cool. It's a good thing we got the Ankh, dude. This is the elf's worst nightmare, dude. The Sorcerer does all fear. We got 3 blood altars here, so he's going to have 2 modifier cards. Of course, the boss always starts with 5 modifiers by default, and for every blood altar you've interacted with, it gets 1 less modifier. So he's going to go down to 2 since we've interacted with 3. It says when the Sorcerer inflicts fear, it heals 1 HP. He's got 12 health, so let's go ahead and put 12 on him. He's got 0 toughness, which is amazing for us, guys. We're going to be able to we might even be able to one-shot him with the axe, guys. He's got 4 strength and 4 speed. We are faster. Let's make sure we're not missing anything else here. Dude, this could be it, guys. Let's see if we can pull this off. The elf's worst nightmare, the Sorcerer. The orc freaks out, runs out of the room. We need 4 or better. Bosses are hard to hit. 4 or better. We got 1 lucky coin left, and we got our luck tonic. We're gonna re-roll. We're gonna re-roll this one. Ooh, do we want to? We only did 3 for damage. No, we're not gonna re-roll. I'm gonna take it back. We're not gonna re-roll. That's too low of a damage output for me to want to re-roll to hit. The sorcerer attacks. Ooh, if he hits, 2 fear and 4 damage. We block 2 with the Gambison. So we're gonna take 2. That's gonna proc Fury, and we take 2 fear as well, but we block 1 with the Ankh. Okay, we're going to retaliate here. Not too bad. We need a 4 better. Okay, we got a 3. This time we're going to do it. We're going to change this up to a 4 with our lucky coin, and we're going to use Weapon Mastery. Once per battle, you may add 1 to your roll when rolling to inflict damage to an enemy. So we're going to change this 5 up to a 6. We've also got Fury, so we're doing 4 plus 1 from Fury plus 1 from our Strength. That's 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. And I want to throw it, but we can't throw it just yet because it says when you inflict damage with this weapon, you may discard it to double its damage. It doubles the damage of the axe, not of all of the damage combined. So it would do 8 plus 2 would be 10, and he's still going to have 2 life left over. And we could maybe finish him with the dull blade. Dude, we should probably do it, right? Let's do it. We're going to throw the axe at him. So we're going to do 10 damage to him. That's insane. We're going to drop him down to 2. Oh, and we've got stamina. We could spend the 2 stamina to bump it up to 12. He's dead. We one-shot him with the axe. Oh my god, dude. No way. No way. Let's freaking go, guys. Oh my god. What an epic ending, dude. No way. That is so sick. That is so sick. We didn't even need the luck tonic. You know what, dude? We'll pour one out. We'll pour one out for the sorcerer, dude. Dang. There we go, guys. What a cool adventure. What a fun run there. It feels good to get a win with the elf, dude. It feels good to get a win with the elf and against probably the hardest challenge for him with the sorcerer there. We lucked out on that roll at the end. And yeah, man, we had the lucky coin and the weapon mastery right there. And of course, we lucked out getting the axe. We could have got one of 20 different items in the, or I'm sorry, one of 60 different items in the deck, but we got the axe. Very, very lucky run, guys. Super fun. Awesome, too, that we got the Ankh with the elf. Just a very super thematic run overall. And I like the little storyline of the goblin lookouts in the beginning and their orc boss all the way at the end that we smoke bomb. And then he runs out of the room scared when we spawn the sorcerer, when we summon the sorcerer with the soul fragments, or the crystals, rather. So cool, man. There it is, guys. Hey, if you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up like button. Hit the red subscribe button and click the bell to stay notified every time I upload brand new videos. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, guys, it's Crypt Crawler week, dudes. It is Crypt Crawler week. So there's going to be at least 3 more videos of Crypt Crawler coming this week. And who knows, maybe it'll even extend out into next week. You guys let me know down below if you're excited for some more Crypt Crawler action. And yeah, guys, we're going to be getting into some other games soon too. There's a couple other games that I want to do some extended playthroughs of, and I guess I'll just go ahead and spoil them now. After I'm done with Crypt Crawler, I want to do at least a week of Rogue Dungeon, and I also want to do some more Final Girl. I really want to dive into some more Final Girl playthroughs, and I really want to hone in and focus on those games, just like I did with Iron Helm and like I'm doing with Crypt Crawler. I have to say it's really been refreshing, and it's reinvigorating my passion for doing this and being able to focus on one game at a time and really dive into it rather than having to cycle through them one after the next and relearn all the rules and get things wrong and suck at winning the games because I'm just playing it one time. So yeah, I hope you guys understand and I hope you appreciate it. Most of you guys have been super supportive and enjoying the sort of change up in content here, the way I'm uploading one game at a time. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it, man. And don't fret. Eventually we'll get back to maybe a more quote unquote normal schedule where I will start cycling in some other games too. Cause as I've mentioned, I have a bunch of other games that I want to get to. And yeah, that's all going to be coming in the relatively near future, guys. So thank you guys so much again. Do all the things, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And until next time, guys, have a good one. And I'll see you in the next Crypt Crawler video.